So in my opinion, I think that's where guys like, a JoJo Trader, like that talent, right? That ability, when he is right, when he's back in the mix, I think that presents like that deep challenge, that blur that we're all looking for constantly. I think he presents that type of, stretch the field. If it's one-on-one, he can get on top of the DB and really create separation. But right now, I think, with the guys we have, they're doing a good job, within the concept, within the scheme, getting open. I just think JoJo is one of those guys who, if you just send him on the outside, if it's press man, I think Carson Beck literally audibles the play and takes a shot, to that type of guy with his ability. So I will see when he comes back. Hopefully he can get back from Florida State. But that dynamic is crazy to think that our projected best receiver is not even on the field right now. And the offense is still like, humming, but it could go to another level with someone like him really featured in offense.
I have to ask you about it because Mario made some comments this week that I think were a bit eye-opening, Amon. And I mentioned before you came on that I was going to ask you about this specifically, but he straight up said JoJo needs to practice harder, right? So talk to me about what you think that means. Is that code for legitimately needs to show more effort in practice? Is that just directly saying that, or is it code for he needs to make plays in practice? He needs to actually do something to earn the reps to, as I've said, you got to take the guys in front of him haven't done anything to mess up. He can add a different dimension, but like, whose reps are you taking away from right now? And I think that's where I ask you, what does that comment in your opinion mean?
I think my honest opinion, I think that's more so like everyone on the staff knows, like, it's kind of like, oh, okay, I'm gonna give you like not a scenario, but I'm gonna just try to break it down as simple as I can. You're projected to be the number one receiver coming into the year. You go through spring camp, you're finally healthy, you're killing it out there, you're reliable, you're like the go-to guy in the offense, and then you get, nicked up, right? Offense goes out, we play Notre Dame, Florida, all these big games, receivers are still making plays, the freshmen are making plays, so you tend to kind of like feel like an outlier in a way, just trying to go through that rehab process, get back right. You probably don't feel right still. He comes back, was it USF game? I think he was in there, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Or
well, he was
Notre Dame. I'm sorry, Notre Dame game. Yeah,
Notre Dame. He was out there in Notre Dame, and they threw him they threw him the deep ball. They gave him a couple shots, targets.
Right? Yeah, so it's like you go from that, and then like you're still nicked up. Offense is still humming. So I just think we have a type of way we want to practice, and I think the staff knows like we need you at this level during practice because this is the expectation like we need for you to play this type of level in the games. Like it's not like a go through the motions in practice and then you show up on game day and you just hoop and you just go crazy. That's not really how it works in college. Like, and I know that from experience. Like I got hurt when 2017, I had my hamstring and I was trying to get back for that Syracuse game. I practiced, but it went at the level that I really should be practicing. So I went out there. I mean, I had 100 yards, but I had like 3 drops. Bad game,
casual,
like, yeah, like I was just off. You know what I'm saying? Like the mental, everything. I was just out of sync with the whole flow of the game. So I think that's where they're like, look, we're playing at this type of level right now. Like you need to practice like here in order to so we can continue because we know you're talented, all that thing. But I think that's more so what it is. They just want to make sure he's pushing himself to the max. So when he does get in the game, like he's actually an impact player and not just going through the motions or, the offense takes a step back, I should say. But yeah, I don't think it was like anything like too negative. It's just more so like, look, we know you're practicing here, but we need you to take it to another level because we expect you to play at this level throughout the rest of the season. We need you to so we can get to where we want to go. That's kind of what I've read it as.
I think it's on him now. It really is because to me, I think Mario, we know how he is with the media. He almost took it a step further by saying it out loud because I think he's almost tired of hearing, hey, where's JoJo? Where's JoJo? Where's JoJo?
Yeah.
And he's like, look, I think he put it out there on the table for everyone to hear. Like, he's got to do this.
Right.
And JoJo has heard that behind closed doors. But to me, that's where I thought it was interesting. And now it's going to be, listen, we're in the transfer portal era. We get in the comments all the time, hey, what's going to happen with JoJo if he doesn't play? Guys, I'm not going to speculate here. If he doesn't crack into the lineup, I don't expect like by the end of the season, of course he's not going to be here next year. Like let's not be crazy about it. But I'm not hitting the panic button on it, and I understand that we're 4 games into the season. You have all of this ACC play ahead of you, and he's got a real opportunity now. I think this week, I haven't heard anything in particular. I think this week that just passed here, Amon, can you talk about that opportunity for him? Like what happens in a bye week in terms of reps now, especially when you want to work more guys into the mix? Can you take us through that?
So a bye week is very important, especially for a lot of the younger guys you're trying to get like within the system. You know what I'm trying to say? They're going to get a lot of practice reps for sure. Like the, light foot, obviously he's getting playing time, but that's an important step for him to continue like learning the system and continue like maturing as a player, like in game day. The Booker pick is those young guys. There Josh Moore, another opportunity for him to, get timing down with the quarterbacks.
Do the vets get like not to cut you off? Do the vets get like kind of like off days or like?
Mario might be different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But at least with Rick, like that bye week, you're gonna still get your practice reps, but it's kind of like the intensity is a little different for like the first teamers, just a little bit, not too much. You're still gonna do your normal stuff, but overall, like it's like the coach is really gonna be harping on those younger guys, like making sure they're doing the right stuff, getting their reps. But if you're like nicked up, banged up, like it's the perfect week for you to like get treatment. You're not rushing yourself in your mind like to get ready for a game. So you're just, practicing, trying to like get in shape, get in game day shape. So you're practicing really hard and then you're just getting hella treatment on that bye week because that's what I'll say. So yeah, it's a good week, man. I think guys like JoJo who was nicked up and stuff and trying to get back in the groove, it's a perfect week for him because you got a whole week to like really hit the training room again. There's no game, so you don't have to go through that physical kind of bruising or anything like that. And then you got all next week again to continue practicing and staying healthy. And then so you really got 2 weeks to get your body right, your mind right.
Bleed Orange and Green says JoJo liked the Mario birthday post yesterday. There's no bad blood there. Just need to get him on the field. Listen, I never said there was any bad blood, and I don't think anyone thinks that. It's just the nature of college football, man. I'm sure the kid wants to play, and it's been frustrating for him. I know it has been.
Pete, it's like this, in high school, like right now, if you rolled your ankle in high school or something, like you dead can like not practice for like the whole week and still go play in a game. They don't do that like that in college, bro. Like in college, you get hurt, like you really got to work your way back and like really, and he's right, you got to earn those reps back. You got to be healthy enough to go out there and compete and it look a certain way, which they're protecting the player from injuring himself even more. And they're protecting the guy's confidence because when you're nicked up, you go out there, you drop a few passes, or you feel like you're not as explosive, you lose your confidence, and all of a sudden you're in your head, So I think they're doing a good job of like managing that. But now I think he's at a level where now they're trying to push him like, you got it, you're the guy right now, like you're healthy. We just need you to take it up a notch. So the expectations, throughout the year, it's gonna be raised. He's gonna be the guy we're gonna rely on later in the season. I can tell you right now.